Hey, it's Amanda. Today we're going to be doing a recap of integer arrays, and I'm going to include for loops and while loops and introduce you to nesting as well. So let's go ahead and see how the program runs. It's just a very basic program. It's just to kind of recap what we've been going over. So as we can see here, I have a const variable with the size of 5, which is assigned 5. And this, as you can see, is a style choice. And the new integer array is assigned the values 1, 3, 4, 6, and 7 at indexes 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then it's going to come down to our for loop, and it's going to display what is inside of our current integer array. As we can see, 1, 3, 4, 6, and 7 is displayed. Then it comes down and it's going to take a string variable and it's going to say, can I assign the array different values through a loop? And Y is going to be for yes and N is going to be for no, and it retrieves the information through our get line as discussed in the previous videos. As it comes into this if statement, it's going to ask for the user value through this variable. So ask for value through the string variable and it checks to see if it's equal to Y. If it's equal to Y, it will display yes it is. So as we can see, I'm at that point right here in the video is, can I assign the array different values through a loop? Yes, I can. If you already peeked through, you already know, or if you already know, then yeah, you can. So yes, it's yes. And then as you can see, for some reason, I get all of these 2s, and then it says the new integer or int array at index 2 contains 2. Well, that's because it came down here and I assigned the values of the new integer array new values, and I assigned them all to 2. And then I check to see the index at the end and to see if at index 2 if the value of the new integer array contains all 2s, and it does. As you can see, looking back at our program, we went through our if statement here and we asked for the value, and because it was equal to Y, it went through the cout statement and it displayed yes, it's yes, and then it followed by the endl, and then it completely ignored this else and it went instantly into this for loop. And instead of assigning a new array and assigning it new values, I'm showing you that you can change the values inside of the array using a for loop. And for loops are a count controlled loop. That's something to keep in the back of your mind. So count controlled. I'm trying to spell something weird. So that's something to keep in the back of your mind. So it is count controlled because it's going to always be less than the size of the array. It's not going to be less than or equal to. In this case, it's always going to be less than. And I'm using my prefix notation here for my increment, so I can increment through the array itself. And then as I come down here, I have my new integer array. Because I'm using the same name, the variable name, I'm reassigning the values at their index, and that's what this I is doing, reassigning their values at that index. However, instead of just assigning 1, because it's using this I and it's going to increment through this loop, it's going to change all of the values inside of that array to the value that is initialized down here. And then also, as you can see after it's displayed, you can see the contents of the array 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and then it comes out of the for loop because it's count controlled, and it says the new integer array at index 2 contains 2. That's because all of the array contains 2. Well, 2s. Sorry. Let's go ahead and run the program again so we can enter this else statement now instead and see our nested while loops in here. I'm going to go ahead and run the program again, and it's going to ask me again. As you can see, initially it still initializes the array as 1, 3, 4, 6, 7 again. And then it asks me again, can I assign the array different values through a loop? Y for yes and N for no. I'm going to say N this time to go through my else statement. So, sorry, I was at the wrong spot. Oh, and I took away the else. Okay. All right, sorry about that. Okay, so going back to N. So, are you for sure it's no? N for no, Y for yes. No, I'm not sure. Are you for sure it's no? No, it's not. I'm not for sure. No. Okay, I'm getting mad. I don't know why. Okay, are you for sure it's no? Okay, I guess let's try Y for yes. Yes, it's yes, as you can see. So what happens here is because I said no, it says while ask for value is equal to a capitalized N, then it's going to come down to this while loop and it's going to say if it's not equal to Y, then it's going to keep asking if you're for sure. So this is just some extra protection to make sure that, as you can see, it doesn't just instantly exit out. You can enter in whatever, and it's not gonna exit this loop until you enter in a Y. That's because initially the result is true. So in these cases, it's true. Ask for value is equal to N. Yes. No, it's not equal to N. It comes down to this while loop. Ask for value is not equal to Y. Oh, it's not equal to Y. It's not equal to Y. This is not equal to Y. Wait, it's equal to Y. So it exits the loop and it displays yes, it's yes. And then again, it shows our count controlled loop, which is our for loop. And it shows the reinitialization of the array itself, assigning each value of the index inside of the array to 2s. And then it shows you the index of the array, the new integer array, which is the one assigned initially. However, it gets overridden because it's not overridden. I shouldn't say overridden. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. It gets reinitialized down here. So let's go ahead and recap for beginners. I'm not going to rewrite this program just because the video is going to be super long. So this is just a style. I just want to point out that this is just a style preference that I initialize the integer array to size 5. I initialized the value 5. And then I assigned the value size inside of the array, and I assigned each value. As you can see, I assigned it 1, 3, 4, 6, and 7, and then I displayed it through the for loop. This down here, however, is a syntax preference, so you got to be careful. So instead of using 2 cout statements, I could have, however, I didn't. I'm going to use my stream insertion operator, and I'm going to, through my cout statement, I'm going to display this information. So stream insertion, endl. Stream insertion followed by my string literal and then my semicolon. This is a syntax. This is the syntax of the program. So in order for this to work, it has to be like this. You have to have your stream insertion before which you're going to insert. So stream insertion, insert. Stream insertion, insert the endl, stream insertion, insert my string literal, followed by ending with my semicolon. That would be the syntax. Coming out of this if statement, again, I'm only going to stay inside of this scope. It's going to check the ask for value and see if it's equal to Y. If it is, it's going to go ahead and display yes, it is, yes. Else, it will come down to this conditional loop using the quality operator. Again, ask for value is equal to N. As long as it's equal to N, then the program will keep running. However, once it reaches this point, if they entered an N from the get-go up here, then it's going to keep going until they press yes. And I did that on purpose because it's just kind of funny, because it's just going to keep asking like, oh, no, wait. Like, how do I get out of this? You know, I mean, one, you're just probably going to close your terminal, but you're going to, if you want to figure it out, then you would see that are you for sure it's no, and then no for no, and yes, it's yes, and now you're for sure it's no because yes, it's yes. After I'm coming down to my other count controlled loop. So again, for loops are going to be your count controlled loops, while loops, you can have conditionals in them. I mean, your count controlled are going to be conditional too. However, they're going to be controlled through their count. And this is because I is going to be less than the size of the integer array using my const integer variable, and it's going to be prefixed, incremented through this I here, and it's going to go through each index of the array. And then just to double check, as to see what's inside of your array, you can see what's inside of your array at, again, using these brackets to determine at what index you're looking at. So I'm not looking at, so if I went to 0 because, you're like, oh, well, hey, you're at 2, which is what it's displaying. So let me go ahead and run the program. And I'm just going to make it easy and say y for yes, and yes is yes. So the new integer array at index 2 contains, it contains 2, but it's actually the index at 0 because, as you can see, it's 0 index, but it's still going to contain the 2's. If I wanted to loop it again, it would loop out the 2's. If you like this video, please like, share, subscribe. If you have any feedback, if you prefer me to type at the program, let me know. I'm probably going to start recording myself. I'm not sure. It'll just come in time. However, thanks for your time, and I hope everybody has a great day.